Okay, so I got kicked off. I'm sorry about that. I had several people talking. My battery went dead. Apologize. So I'm just going to get on here for a few more minutes, kind of finish this up a little bit, get to a good spot. Sorry, you guys. This time it was the battery. They just sent me a new battery because my batteries are not working that great. And, you know, they only last for so long. So I had the little cowbell and I'm making the little bow. So I want to finish that up, do a couple more things on here, and then I'll end the live because I've already been on for quite a while. And I'm sorry, Kay, she asked a question right at the very end when the battery went dead about taking the flowers apart. So I apologize, Kay. Okay, so here is the cute little bow with the bell. That's just a 1/2 inch cowbell. And then I always use a pretty chenille stem. So you can just glue that on there if you want to, or if your chenille stem is long enough, you can kind of wrap it through there. You know, on the flat braids, I staple it on because it just works better for me, but this isn't going to be long enough to really go through there. But if you just like tie them on there or staple them, then you can remove them very easily if you need to for whatever reason. There has been reasons that I've had to in the past, so I prefer to do it that way, but I will glue sometimes. So that part is kind of flat. I don't know why. I may have pulled the ribbon too tight, so that's where I'm going to put the bow. So whenever you have a braid that has a little something that's not quite right, it doesn't look as good, cover that up with something and then they'll never know. I don't want to push down. I don't want to squeeze and mess up those ribbons. Oh, look how cute that is. So you see I had that skinny braid that looked okay on it, just looked a little too narrow, but adding something pretty and big in the center set it off. So now it looks good. And then once I get all the stickers on there, it'll look really super cute, and I'll put a couple more trinkets on it. I usually just go with about 3 trinkets on these minis unless they ask for more. But that's the biggest one. I'll do some smaller trinkets, like I have the little megaphones that say cheer, so maybe on the bottom of a ribbon, or you could even do it on that, or even on the flower. Team Spirit, ones like this. These are less expensive, so I'll definitely use some of those. I'll use like one that's more expensive and then a couple of cheaper ones. That's just part of these mini mums are not expensive mums, so I've got to, you know, watch what I spend on them. Hey TJ, so it wasn't the Wi-Fi this time, it was the battery pack. I'll get it figured out one day. I used to plug it in with an extension cord while I was doing live so it wouldn't go dead, but I don't know if that's good for the battery, so I don't know. I made sure it was charged up all the way before I used it, but my live did go pretty long. So I need to charge up both batteries, and then I guess I would still have to stop the live, but I could change them out if I needed to and get back on pretty quickly. So let me glue on this because I keep talking about this. Sometimes you can see the price tag on the back, but you can't see it from the front, and you gotta make sure you glue that down so they can't see that. So I'm gonna very carefully glue this on. TJ, I'm glad you were looking out for me getting back on. I'm sure you guys were like, where'd she go? So again, I want to make sure those pom-poms are glued down. And it's really delicate. It's hard to get it on there just right. I'm just trying to find petals that I can attach underneath it. There. And most of these, excuse me, custom cutouts, sometimes they'll look funny, and all you have to do is kind of twist them. Usually you can twist them because the flower still moves a little bit. So if you don't like exactly where it is, you can kind of give it a twist. So I definitely want to do another cute bow, like right here, because that's not huge on there. It needs something else, or even 3 things. You know, you could do a cluster of stuff. Okay, so make sure that's glued down good. I think it's on there good. Yeah, I tried to get that comment in there as fast as I could so you guys would see it before we lost the live completely. Yeah, it didn't give me a warning, which I should have been looking at it, but it started beeping, and I was like, oh no. And then it just went dead. It went beeped, and then it went dead. So I like the GoPro, but it does have its issues as well. So I could do like a mirror ball in there and stuff, but I'm going to start out with some fun bow. Nothing gigantic or anything. I could do this ribbon again, which I may have already said that. One with this ribbon and maybe another zebra print or something. I like to do different prints in the bows too. So let me find that one. There's this one. I also have that gingham, that orange gingham I could use. Let's see, what else did I have? I used all, well, I got this much left on there. I think I may have some more rolls of it, but don't have much left. That's my little scrap box over there. I got the silver glitter. That's not as easy to make a bow, but it is possible. You gotta twist the ribbon to make sure the glitter stays on top. Since it's stiff, it's not as easy to make a pretty bow, but it is possible. One thing about this customer, she lets me be creative too. She'll have, you know, sometimes she'll have ideas of what she wants, but she lets me kind of do my own thing. So I didn't put any orange in that, but I think it's a cute, fun bow. I like to do, especially with these orange mums, I like to do some black and white stuff with them. I just think it really pops on there. Like if it's a bigger one with several braids and chains, I like to do like an orange and white or orange, black and white, and then a black and white next to it. It just makes them pop. And for some reason, that color more than any others. That's a cute little bow. It may not be big enough for what I'm wanting. But oh yeah, I can use it on something else if I don't use it on this one. And sometimes I like to do ones with streamers coming down, but I don't want to cover that up either. See, that just adds a little something there. Fills that in, so it's not so just too much white. I think that's perfect. Nothing huge there. So if I've got it right where I want it, I just kind of drop some hot glue in there on that Chanel stem and let it set for a little bit. Whoop, I pulled it out. Before I go sticking my fingers in there and burning myself. stickers. For a homecoming sticker, let's see. What am I working with here? This is some small homecoming 2021s that I cut out. TJ, did you hear me say that B has not gotten back to me? It's been 5 days. Like I said in the rules, 7 days. So if I don't hear back from her by Friday afternoon, then I'm going to redraw. So I can do the cute little cheerleaders. See the black white? I just love the black white with the orange. I can have them. I like to do them going different directions. Cute as that. So I can definitely do the homecoming here, one of the smaller ones, so it shows, since that's kind of covering that up. And then I can do her name either here or here, and then like yellow jackets, maybe the school name, yellow jackets, and her name, yellow jackets, and the school. I don't have to do the school and yellow jackets next to each other. Sometimes I mix them all up. I hate these little stickers though. They're really difficult to get on there straight and even. I know, so I don't know if she just hasn't been on YouTube in a while, or she's not well. I hope it's not that. She may just be one of those people that doesn't get on there very often. So it's really difficult to get these straight. A lot of times I will off-center them, like, see, that's way, like every time. It's so much easier to do that, and it gives it a whimsical look. So I do that a lot with these little ones because they're so difficult to get straight. So it just looks like they're kind of falling down. So I'm just going to finish up these stickers right here, and then I'll get off here. But I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. Sometimes they don't want to pull off there. Too much is pulling off. The paper's pulling off with the stickers. The zeros are difficult to get to look like they're which way they're going, but because the circle, the inner circle, is supposed to be on the right side. If you can see that. So it's supposed to be over here, so it doesn't always look like it's really off-centered or catty corner, or whatever you want to call it. Hey, Carrie. I do sometimes, and I actually got some from the Dollar Tree, and I keep forgetting to use it. But the thing with like these, you know, I've got them printed out sideways or horizontal, and I want to do them vertical, and I don't feel like, I haven't felt like getting in there and doing a vertical in the program and then putting it in there. That's what I need to do, and then I can do the transfer tape really easily. I did try some Cricut transfer tape. I could not get the stickers off, you know, and I always like put it on my shirt several times, but it was some that we found on clearance, and I think it was like for heavier duty stuff. But I usually don't buy it because it's so expensive. Most of the time I just use masking tape. But I do need to use that Dollar Tree stuff I got. See how it works. It's still going to cover up some of the homecoming, but you know, when they walk and move, everything moves around, so it's okay if not everything, if you can't see everything like this, because you just got to think about it being on and then moving around, and you can see stuff underneath the braids. So speaking of Etsy, another thing, TJ, my minimum listing, I changed that up recently because like last year, you know, I did different things on the Mumflower. You know, sometimes they would get like a little wooden football or something, or, you know, it wasn't all about the custom cutouts. Some of them got custom cutouts if they requested them, or if, you know, like it was a cheerleader or something that was easy for me to do. But what I noticed after I made a bunch is I realized I was making custom cutouts for every single mini mum, and I was spending so much time, and a lot of them were wanting something unique or different, like the school logo, and I was spending so much time on the computer and getting it over here and cutting them out, and I realized I'm spending way too much time on this little part of the mum, and I'm not getting paid for it. So I changed up the listing. So there's a basic now where they get like a trinket or a wooden or a 3D sports ball or a big bow or something in the center, some kind of embellishment that's already pre-made, pre-bought. And then now there's a custom, and the custom comes with the custom cutout. So I'm curious to see how many people are going to spend a little bit more for the custom cutouts now that they don't come with the basic. No, Carrie, I do not cover them up. I know sometimes they can kind of move and you can see that, but I don't worry about it. Let me see. I don't know if I have one that you can. Here's a 3-loop chain I did. It's blingy. Doing a blinged out mum. So you can see the staples, but I don't think that one will really show that much. Some of them do move around more than others, but I don't worry about that. I've done, like in the beginning when I was making this stuff, I really worried about that kind of stuff. I'm gonna trim that off. And like if they twisted or something, and I tried to find ways to get them straight, and then I ended up making them look uglier on the back, and so now I don't mess with them as much. I kind of just leave them alone. I mean, I guess you could glue like another ribbon on the back if you needed to cover it up, but I would be careful. If you glue the whole length, you're gonna mess up the braid. Like, it's not gonna lay natural. It's gonna look too straight, or it's just not gonna set right. It's not gonna, that's the other issue. What I've learned is it just looks like it'll be too stiff, and when it's supposed to be curvy or moving freely, it's not. It's like, it just doesn't look good. Hey Diana, how are you? I'm good. I'm just losing my voice. Yeah, I know, TJ. I'm constantly changing the descriptions because they don't read them. Some of them do. Some of them read them, but a lot of them don't. Yeah, I try to make mine as detailed as possible too, but you know, they skip over stuff. And then on the personalization, you know, of course you want to use the personalization, but is it the thing I'm dealing with this year more than anything, and I don't remember it being an issue last year, is them not telling me when their homecoming is. I'm like, that's a big deal. I need to know when your homecoming is to make your mom. Why don't you tell me? So I've got it, of course, in the description at the very top, and then I've got it in the personalization, like, be specific on the colors. If your colors are blue and gold, tell me that it's yellow gold or Vegas gold. You know, tell me the names and the school, and the, you know, do you want silver or gold accents? please tell me when your homecoming mom or your homecoming is so I know when it's due, you know, stuff like that. So I've got all that in the personalization. But even on the thumbnail picture, I even across the bottom put, I need to know when your homecoming is. I'm like in bold, and they're still not answering it. So I have to message these people. When is your homecoming? When is your homecoming? You're welcome, Carrie. Yeah. You're welcome to go look at my listings and see if they help you at all. Like like I said, I'm constantly changing them up to kind of like I see what problems come up, you know, so then I'll accommodate that. And then the colors, you know, don't just use the colors that, you know, you can use in the variations. They list the colors. We're talking about Etsy, you guys, if anybody's joining in. But it'll just be like blue, green, you know, gold. So I do my own colors. I do like Vegas gold, yellow gold, golden yellow. You know, I've got purple, dark purple, royal blue, navy, Columbia blue. That way they have to pick those. And so I don't have to ask them as many questions, but you know, they can only pick one main color, and then they have to put in the other colors in the personalization, and then they end up putting just gold. Even though I've got it on there, please be specific on your colors. Because, you know, they don't understand. I don't go to your school. I don't know if it's Vegas gold or yellow or a golden yellow. You know, is it like LSU gold? Is it... We don't know that. All schools are different. Yes. Yes, that's... You want to do something like that. Tell them to be very specific. Like I think I have that in there. Please be specific or something like that. It may not be in all the listings, but some of them. Yes. And they do use the personalization, but they never put everything in there. I'm always surprised at how many don't put the date of their homecoming. Hey Ashley, how are you? I'm just finishing up this mum. I was doing a live and then I got kicked off and I started this one over. So, I mean, I started this one to finish up this mum. If you want to go back and watch what I did on the others. So I attached this, I made the bow, I made this bow. I attached the trinket, the stickers. I attached the sections. I had already had some of this done. There's actually a tutorial for this that I put up probably a couple of months ago. That was one of the things I did in advance. I didn't do very many things in advance. You know, y'all kept asking me if I did things in advance, and every year I did, but you know, last year was so slow because of COVID. I mean, I was still busy on Etsy, but I was so many colors, you don't know what to make in advance, because like I've got some backers made up, but I haven't been able to use very many of them because it's like there's a purple and gold, but it may not be the right purple and gold. Or, you know, there's a blue one, but it may not be the right blue one, and it's blinged, so maybe they didn't want blinged. Yeah, we did. Well, what did we do, TJ? Oh, I worked on a couple of long mini mums, and then this, and then I went over some supplies I just received, stuff like that. I will. Oh. I was going to say I'm going to show you guys this, but I'm plugged in. Let's see what my battery looks like. Oh, it didn't show me. The screen goes black on this. I don't know why. Yeah, it's dangerously low. Oh, yes, I can answer. I mean, if I can, I will. So I do different Pee-wee and mini mums. This one has the 5-inch flower, and then I do 12-inch braids and ribbons. Of course, I cut them like 13 to 14 inches long for the amount on the back. So I tried to make it where the streamers and the braid that's showing is about 12 inches, and then you've got, you know, a 5-inch flower and a little bit over. So what is this? This is about 18 inches long. But then I also have the 4-inch flower, and you can do even smaller than that if you want. I've done some with even smaller flowers. Let's see. I have a couple. Hold on, I'll show them to you. Hey, Shine, how are you? Shine Who 12? So this one I was working on the other live. It's a 4-inch flower, but they got extra long. So I give them, I have the option on all my sizes for extra long. I give them an option for blinged and extra long, 5-inch flower, 4-inch flower. So I give them lots of options, TJ. You might think about that. So this one is like 21 inches long because it's extra long. So if we cut off, let's see. Let's see how to do that. What did I say, 21? And I make it about 5 inches longer. So it would be about here. So it would be about 15 inches long if it was regular length. So I hope that helps you. This is one of the pre-made ones I've got on there. I guess that one should be, that one's 16. So, and it kind of depends on like the loops, you know, I made the loops pretty big on the back or like coming off. So, and this one's a lot smaller. So that makes a difference on the size too. Oh, thanks, Diana. Well, so I'm going to have to get off here in just a minute because the school bus will be coming and the dogs are going to go crazy. I think y'all learned that on the last live stream. But this is what I'm working on. I'm working on a garter, blinged out girls mom. Speaking of purple and gold, this the yellow purple and gold, but hers is blinged, the mini mom. So I got the blinged braid on there. And I've done random tutorials for some of the stuff I'm working on. Not everything. I can't record everything, but so you'll see some tutorials here and there for things. If there's something you guys want to see, let me know. I'll try to do another live Friday. I can't guarantee it, but I will try like in the afternoon or the evening, probably afternoon. So you guys watch out for that. And is there any other questions before I get off here? I'll give you guys a minute. I'm going to hang these back up. Oh, thank you, Kay. I'm glad you came back. Sorry about the battery dying on you. So maybe I'll give you a little tour of part of the stuff. Thank you, Ashley. That's so sweet. You're very welcome. I don't mind sharing. How can we learn if we don't share our knowledge? And I learned, I mean, on the last live stream, the girls were given all kinds of great tips. So I hope you guys that weren't in on that one will go back and watch, because TJ and Connie and Kay, Amy, they were given some really awesome tips on different things. So that's what I love about doing the live, so you guys can all share this stuff. Okay, I think I'm caught up on the messages. So you guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for watching all the videos. I can tell it's homecoming season because the views on the videos have gone way up. But I appreciate all of y'all so much. Diana, you enjoy the rest of your day too. You guys, Diana has a channel. You guys want to go pop in on there and see what she does. I don't know if anybody else on here has a channel, not that I know of, so that you guys do videos or anything. So I don't mind if you guys promote your channel on mine. I really don't. It doesn't bother me. It's so difficult getting those first 1,000, and then I mean even growing from there, it's difficult. So If you guys are growing your businesses or channels, I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. So TJ, Shine Who, Diana K, Ashley, thank you guys. Oh, you're so welcome. I will try to be back on here Friday, and if B doesn't contact me before then I'm going to redo the drawing. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all, and have a good day.